Sagittarius, Jazz 1122 here, and this reading is for the Sagittarius is out there for April 20th through April 26th. I just would like to say thank you guys so much for your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you would like a one question email reading from me, all that information will be down below. And with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay, Sag, I want to pick 3 cards, and that will be your energy for this week. Let's see. A new start is coming, new moon. I love this for us. So this week, I feel Sagittarius is going to start to feel refreshed. I feel like you're realizing how all things work together. How even in the midst of all the craziness that's going on, there's new starts happening as well. Let's say if you're under quarantine, right? Let's say you always wanted to start that book or to start that business or any creative projects. I feel that Sagittarius has actually got involved in that created this new start for them too. Maybe you guys realize that you have talents that you didn't even realize during this time. And you're starting to look on the bright side of things. This is what I love too, which is also helping with this new start is coming. What you need to release. So of course, for there to be a new beginning, we have to have an ending. So Sag, there are some things that you need to release. Every Sag is different. It could be people, places, and things, wherever it fits to you. But either way, there is a new start that's here for us. But we have to release some things. It could be our mindsets. You know, maybe we've been hard on ourselves. I could say I have, y'all. And not being in the greatest place. But I feel like we're pushing out of that. And we're starting to get that fighting spirit back out there and ready to make decisions that need to be done. And let's pick one more. Adjustments are required. So what you need to release, like, this is something we have to, and adjustments are required. When you think of requirement, like, you're not going to get nothing until it's done. So there is a new start on the table for Sagittarius, but however, there's something we need to release that's in the way of that we have to adjust and work some things around. But I'm going to go into the clarifiers here to see what's going on. Let's see. New start is coming. We have the 6 of Wands, the Hangman, and the Queen of Cups. So, Sag, there is 100% a new beginning here. And it's a good new beginning, too, because it's the 6 of Wands. This is you feeling victorious. So, this is for the Sagittarius that's been feeling stuck. I feel this so much, because this is how I've been feeling, too, y'all. Like, life was just at a standstill. Nothing was happening. But however, I love this Hangman because he's not hanging here for no reason. Like, in this deck over here, I don't want to try to find it, but he's just hanging upside down, but there's no enlightenment. It's like somebody that's just laying there. But, Sag, you were put on hold for a reason. So this new start was always here, but however, we needed to release some stuff. We had to adjust some things. And we also had to become enlightened in some way. I feel like we had to see things differently, to look at our lives and really be honest with ourselves. And not so much other people. To see how we also have kept ourselves stuck. That's a big thing too. But I feel like your life was also put in Hangman, but this Hangman had a purpose. And because you have fully reached this enlightenment to go to the next level. And with the Queen of Cups, I feel like it had to do with your spiritual powers too, with the Queen of Cups, because she's psychic. So I feel like some Sagittarius' gifts has definitely gotten stronger, especially with the Hangman card and the Queen of Cups. Some of you guys already knew this new start was coming. You could feel it, but you guys didn't know what kept you stuck. The universe had us stuck for a purpose because we kind of needed to slow down, to really take inventory and to get our emotions together. It's a lot to see the world as a Sagittarius go through so much turmoil. It really gets, I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, that really gets me down. I just feel like I can't help enough people. You know, I feel like I don't like to see other people suffer. You know what I mean? Like, even though during this quarantine, I can't complain. But however, watching other people suffer, it makes me sad. Because being a Sagittarius, you just want to bring joy. You know, you want to be that fire to push people to know that everything's going to be okay. But sometimes us Sagittarius be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say during this time, you know. But I'm going to go and what do you need to release here? Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is right before the Four of Wands. So this is what I feel Sagittarius is. Our life is looking like kind of a desert and a dry land in some way. And we're having to make a decision. And we having to leave two things behind. So some Sagittarius has had three plans of new beginnings, but you're finally choosing one, and by you making this, it leads you to go to the four. So the universe is saying, Sag, it's time to turn your back on some things. You've outgrown a lot of people, places, and things in your life, and with them still there, how can they usher in that? You know, are you still holding on to people who are inconsistent in your life, talk to you like they don't respect you, or try to discount your worth? Are you still around people like that? Are you talking about abundance and making things happen, but you're sitting around people who you know are negative? Or are you trying to help people who are not trying to help themselves, Sag? Because that's another thing too. When it comes to people we love, Sag, sometimes we can give those people too much of a pass. We can be too optimistic in terms of people. And maybe that's another thing the universe wants you to realize is help the people that you know need the help, but not the people that want the help but haven't even tried to help themselves. It's time for you to go forward. Let's see, Three of Wands. It's like leaving your old life behind. That's what I get. It's like you could barely take anything with you in this new beginning of your old life, right? To make balance. Some Sagittariuses were really, really giving, but the problem was you was giving to individuals that didn't even do anything to really show they needed it. Now, what I mean by that is people who would just come to you and cry about their problems, but they would just, let's say you helped them, right? But then they will come back with another problem and another problem. This is also surrounding yourself with people like this. Because people could really take advantage of you, Sagittarius. And especially if you have a connection to them, you will be overgiving. We are ruled by Jupiter, y'all. So when we're ruled by Jupiter, we have the tendency to overdo a lot of things. And we may not realize that. And that could really hurt us. That's why, for me, I had to incorporate more of my Saturn energy and Cap that I have in my chart. Because in my earlier days, me being a Sagittarius, it just went wrong. Because I was given to people that I cared about, right? I treated everybody that I cared about the same. But I wasn't looking at what they was giving me. So the universe is saying, Sag, you have been given to people that have not been given to you. It's like you give to them, but then when this is you, it's like they don't see your hand. So it's to leave people like that behind. I feel like some Sagittarius has had some guilt about doing that. You felt like you was being selfish. Some Sagittarius felt like they was responsible for people. You are never responsible for a whole grown adult. Ever. Yeah. 10 of Wands, it became too much. Some Sagittarius overgave to a lot of people. And that's what the universe is saying. With this new beginning, Sag, please release that. Look at things more like a Capricorn type of way. Hard work, dedication. What's the work that people are putting in? Looking at the fruits on people's trees. Because, Sag, you could have been helping people in karma. And that's what happened to... And I got hit with it too. I would recommend don't do that. Figure out why people are in the situations that they're in. And see how the stories match up. Because people can give you a sob story all day. But be suspicious of a person that is not saying what they did to contribute to the situation. That's the problem. You've been dealing with people like that, Sag. Where people who, a lot of victims, that's who it is. And you will feel sorry for them and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe if I give something, it became too much. Because now they're all, look, they got the hand out. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Can you help me with this? And it's like, on this new journey, please don't do that. Please. Because this abundance that's here for you, that you're on the way to, you're going to have people have their hands out. And they're going to suck you dry. That's what you need to release. Ooh, I felt that. Let's see. Adjustments are required. Hermit. So, we had to be in Hangman and alone. We had to really reflect on where was we going in life? What was we doing? Because some of us were still not learning some lessons we had to learn about people. And we ended up being hurt because we overgave. We overforgive. We just give people passes sometimes. Because especially when the Sagittarius is passionate about you, it's hard for them to say no. And that's our weakness, honestly. We overgive to people who just don't deserve it, y'all. And that's the adjustment that needs to be required, is to look at why you do that. Are you, if you want to help people, Sag, help people that really need it. Like the homeless or some type of organization where you know that what you're giving is going to go to people who actually need it at the end of the day. Because I still feel like Sagittarius was helping people that you was helping people in their karma and it was draining you dry. I keep seeing that. The universe is asking you, Sag, because you could be that ray of sunshine in people's lives, and that also would destroy you if you're not careful. Don't always be so quick to step in the line of fire for somebody else. Use your wisdom. It doesn't matter what they're saying. Look at what they're doing, because what they're doing and their patterns will show you exactly should you help or should you not. But not just, I need this, I need that, no. It's time to get, no. Let's see, the Hermit here. The Fool, because with the Fool here, because some of us have made some foolish decisions. It's okay, we've been there. But it's to be the Hermit, to grow from that, to constantly not go into situations as the Fool, Sag. That's the adjustment that's required. To learn from these experiences, to not just jump in them so fast, because we can do that, and then we get burned, and then it's just not good. So the universe is saying, use your wisdom. Let's see, with the Fool. Three of Swords, because you get hurt. I feel like this is a lesson some Sagittarius is going to be a continuous lesson until you get this. And as a Sagittarius, this is facts. For me, I say for me, because I don't want to speak for everybody. So that's why I say for me a lot. Because I like to break things down in a way of my also experiences, and I'm a Sagittarius, so I like to talk to y'all. Y'all know, with the Three of Swords, this is so true. Because every time we go into the situation like the Fool, like this, like a child, looking at everybody like a child, we end up getting hurt, y'all. We end up getting taken advantage of. And we have so much love to give. And we give it to the people who treat us like crap. That's another thing, Sagittarius. You've been given to people who just put a strain on you, don't help you, don't call you, don't see you, don't nothing. But because you love them, you would pick up that slack for them. And then you realize when you 10 of Wands and angry and bitter because you overgave. The universe is tired of seeing that happen because, Sag, you're so generous. But people are going to be watching you in this new beginning. Just like you have butterflies, you have moths to know the difference. Who to help, who not to help. Who to keep around and who to get rid of. Because you worked so hard for this new beginning. Your life had to be on pause because you had to reflect some things. So as you go into this new beginning, please don't be foolish. And go back to the same people, places, and things that burned you. And you know that they burned you a lot. So, Sag, I hope you guys appreciate this reading. And I'll catch you guys next week.